Hezký podvečer, den, nebo jakkoliv chcete nazvat tuto hodinu. Dneska se chýlíme ke konci hlavní hry Kingdom of Amalur. Hry, která nás tady provází už víc jak rok.
The ancient beast must stay sealed away at any cost.
Since the alabaster wall was young, the beautiful bone-white forest was a place of peace and meditation. No piercing birdsong nor heated word could find its way between the branches. Quiet thought prevailed until Gadflow shattered our land. The Tuatha's crimson axes chopped the forest for arrow shafts, and Tyrnok's Prismere spires rose up to consume what remained. Now our forest is shattered, and screams of warfare fill its boughs.
Jsou nějací jednodušší docela.
We recognize Tyrnok's tainted influence. Only a force like her could warp eternal creatures like the Fae. So you came to infiltrate Alabastra, find Tyrnok, and seal her away from her. And you used Venturia to get in, under the guise of being his assistant. Tyrnok. She would use her you had to
The greatest heroes of winter have always fallen from the Vale's pale boughs. From Pietra the Keen to Hulgan the Hungry. When the Tuatha claimed dominance over us, heroes arose to defend winter. Gadflow laughed at their challenge and called up Tyrnok's wrath. In a second, our most loyal heroes were impaled by Prismere spires. Our heroes were gone, never to be reborn. And our people succumbed to Gadflow's madness.
When I saw you had come back to life, I wasn't sure how much you remembered. I couldn't be certain you would keep our secrets. I considered killing you then and there. Nothing personal. You would have done the same to me.
Další přepadení.
I saw what you had become. I saw the new powers you wielded. And I saw how useful you could be.
Otrava.
You could change fate. I knew you were our only choice.
Tak.
In happier times, the winter court would come here to bathe in the colours of the midnight gardens. Night violets and pale moonflowers blossomed on a field of bluest grass studded with frost. When stars aligned, the aurora borealis danced for the queen herself. But now the Tuatha have crushed the gardens and planted only corpses. The fruit of their tortured garden is only blood red.
But Gadflo was not content to rule the Court of Winter. Mortals would bow before him as well. And so he made war on your people and drove them from the eastern lands. The Alfar fell before an avalanche of corrupted fervor. The Tuatha acted as one army and built the Prismea Chantries as new idols of their false mountain god, their Tirnoch.
To těch teda je.
Last
Level.
time you came here, you were destined to die.
At long last, Gadflo has crushed the Winter Fae, and his Tuatha rules us utterly. No longer are we reborn into this world, unless his god Tirnoch wills it so. This monster has crushed us, and our kind shall pass from this world. But our memories might yet last. When Gadflo is gone, and his god is left for another people to ravage, I may be freed from my tomb, and then I may share what dreams we made. It is the only immortality any of us may hope for now.
Re-Reckoninku, to je jenom panička, řekl bych možná. A poslední místo. Ahoj, Káťo. Byl? S tím sotva jsem přišel. Jako bez konánka neznala.
Now we have a chance to finally complete our mission. Let's put an end to Gadflo before his bargain frees Tirnoch on the world. This must have been a lot for you to take in at once, but I need you to be clear on who you are and what you need to do. A lot has changed since you were here last. It isn't going to be as easy this time. And last time it killed you. If you only think you're ready, then you're not the same cocky bastard that I used to work with. Just make sure you do the job right this time. You can't count on having a third life. And it'd be a shame to lose the woman you've become. I have more important things to do than love. And so do you. But I do trust you with the fate of my world. It may not set your heart aflutter to hear it, but it'll have to do. Lead on. I'm right behind you.
Come. Finální boss fight.
You don't understand, do you?
Yes! Return to your grave! Crumble, child of dust! Crumble, child of dust! Crumble, child of dust!
Tak, pojď. Posledních pár ran.
An illusion. Something's not right. Where's Gad? If Gadflow isn't here, then he must be hiding further underground, someplace closer to the source of the Prismere. Definitely. The war's not over yet. Whatever bargain Gadflow made with Tiernok, it's about to pay off. When that happens, the world will not be spared her wrath. In the heart of Alabastra is the former unseelie city of Baal. Beneath the Winter King's court, there is the cave of Amathin. It's a place of tremendous power. It is where Tiernok is imprisoned, and where you died. Somehow Gadflow found a way to reach out to Tiernok. Or perhaps she was able to seek out his twisted mind. She offered him power, and with it, he began the Tuatha. No wonder Gadflow thinks she's a god. We were two of the people who were supposed to keep Tiernok hidden from the world. Anyone who learned too much had to die. But when Gadflow found her, you were the one who volunteered to kill him and seal Tiernok away once more, even though you were fated to fail. It took every trick we had to get you here the first time, and you still died. I don't know if you plan to be resurrected, but knowing you, I wouldn't be surprised. Then Trunnia was right. Tiernok is no god. She has almost as much power, and is every bit as dangerous to the world as any Doc god. Her powers raised Gadflow from a jester to a warlord, and in return, His army would usher in a chance for her to enter this world and consume it. She's imprisoned deep in the Amathin, but Gadflow's war has weakened her bonds. There's no time to spare. If she gets free, our world is lost. This way.
OK. Poberu jenom tady těch plno truhliček.
Tiernok is held captive deep in the Amathin, but her prison is weakening by the moment.
Nesmíš nás vyběhnout ještě nějací nepřátel.
Full of life, full of fate. What have you brought?
No, aspoň to hezky vypadá.
I can feel Tiernok's eyes upon us.
You've used your power well. So much potential. Let's have a taste, shall we?
She just tore out a part of the fates you've stolen and turned it against you. Perhaps it is not inaccurate to think of her as a god.
I have been imprisoned here since before your kind emerged from the dark.
Další.
Now, my freedom draws near.
Když bude víc, ne?
We cannot let Gad go free. Tiernok.
Godflow's prayers weakened this prison, but he is not the one who will set me free.
Myslím, že mám moje zbraně teďka.
Don't listen. You're the only one who has the power to stop her.
When you first
Finální
came
to.
to me, death was your only fate, but I never was. And you were so
Tak finální
eager
ne,
to
ale už jsou
play
dva.
your role.
To jsou moje zbraně.
You chose this? What does she mean by that?
Myslím, že vím, jak je to tady dělané pro ty těžší obtížnosti. Ve své podstatě vy si tu můžete vzít slabou zbraň a potom budou mít ty slabé zbraně ti proti vám. A tady ještě jedno.
Only you have the power to reseal Tirnoch inside the Amathin. I must keep the secret of her existence from the world. Once Tirnoch is pushed back into her prison, these caverns must be sealed. But that leaves one question. Can I trust you to keep Tirnoch's secret? That is excellent. After all that you've done, it would have been a shame for you to die a second time. If you do escape, I will be watching you. And know this. Anyone who learns the truth of what happens here, I will silence myself. Go. Stop Tirnoch from fully entering this world. But remember, my blades will always be at your back. Tirnoch's power is immense. She just tore off a splinter of what you could have been and turned it against you. When she killed you, that much power must have torn you free of the entire tapestry of fate. Nothing in the world is fated to stop Tirnoch. That's why you're the only one who has a chance. I'm just here to make sure you take it. This way.
Tak jo, jdeme na to.
There's no turning back now.
Come, Fade Weaver. Bring me your power. Sacrifice yourself and seal the fate of your world.
Já,
It's
už
time
jsem
to
tu.
choose your fate.
A dokonce skauka, nebo co?
Amathin lies beyond. This is where the dragon will breach the veil.
Come forward, mortals. Behold the birth of Tirnoch. Attend your final hour.
My fate does not lie beyond those doors. You alone may change what is to come. Go!
Ah, yes. Welcome back, mortal. How does it feel, I wonder, to return to this place? Does the pain of your death still linger? Can you feel it echo through the air? And now, in this place, you shall witness the birth of Tirnoch, the destruction of the Alpha, and the dawn of the endless winter. Comes Tirnoch the powerful,
Tebe bez tak zabije.
Tirnoch the merciful. Qualla fella Tirnoch, qualla sera Tirnoch.
No, další velký zvířátko.
Tirnoch? Have I done well, lady? Are you pleased? Is it that
You have served your purpose.
But I have so much more to give.
Klasika.
Come closer. Give yourself to me.
Mám s tebou bojovat.
Do you think you can save yourself, little creature?
Aha! Chápu. Vždycky musím zabít pár těch a...
Yes! Struggle! Fight! And die! Just as you did before! Do you think you can save yourself, little creature? You are nothing but dust. Why won't
Teď budou tři, co?
The destruction of this world is the first step. step on my path.
Poslední, jo. Budou taky 3 jenom. Od hlavního bossa jsem očekával víc. No, je aspoň zajímavější než většina boss fightů tady, ale...
Impossible!
How could we have known that this would be a new beginning? I wonder now if we should have foreseen this outcome, but who knew then what fate would bring? I would have liked to have delivered this message in person, to see you one final time. That, however, would have been complicated. The order to which I belong had other plans. Were you ever to leave the crystalline fortress? When it comes to you, though, it seems no fate is written in stone. It was only through my assurances that your silence could be counted upon that either one of us still draws breath. I trust you will not make of me a liar. Were stories of what we have seen to begin to surface in the inns and taverns of Amalur, I would be asked to seek you out. And as we both know, the next time you die, there will be no return. But let us not speak of this. Your life is your own. Go now, and see what fate may bring you, or what fate you may bring. Perhaps one day in happier times, you and I will meet again. Until that day, I remain yours, Aelin Share.
Tak a máme to. Dohráli jsme tuhle hru. Aspoň hlavní děvou linku. Osobně mám v plánu ještě dohrát ty 2 DLCčka, co tam jsou, ty by neměly být zas tak dlouho. Každý by měl vycházet na nějakých 9 hodin. Teď bych měl nějak zhodnotit tuhle hru. Takže pro začátek musím říct, že byla to fakt dlouhá hra. Ještě nějakou dobu bude, nejspíš, ale prostě... Jo, dal jsem si u ní máknout na to, jaká je to nuda ve své podstatě. Takhle, ty příběhy a všechno, tam je super. Ale samotná hratelnost je hodně jednotvárná. A není prostě moc jako mi to těch minimum boss fightů, kdy děláte trošku něco jiného, že musíte mít nějakou mechaniku, než prostě, že do nich jenom mlátíte, což vlastně v podstatě nakonec děláte i v těch trošku jiných mechanikách. Tak to. Tak je to docela fakt jako to. Konec byl navíc velice otravný kvůli množství těch trollů a všech těch těžkých postav na zabití. Ale dobrý bylo, že prostě fakt jsme se na ten konec dostali. Je podle mě hodně málo lidí, kteří se dostali až na konec, vydrželi u téhle hry. No, počítám, že mě to hodí ještě jakoby do hry. Jo, Destiny Defiant. Dobrý, máme to. Tady bude ten, jo.
Well, well, awake at last. You gave us quite a scare. But you're here and the war's all but over. So who are we to complain? Never had any doubt at all. Sidon and I were waiting for you when the ground started rumbling and the Tuatha all started screaming. And all I could think was, Gadflow just met his match. Sure enough, half of those red-eyed bastards gave up then and there. Wasn't much longer before Aelin Shear showed up carrying you over her shoulder. Told me to watch over you, make sure you were okay. She left some kind of note for you, but I know better than to read a private message from the likes of her. Yes, you did. You had an army at your back, but in the end, it was you who defeated Gadflow. But there's something you ought to know. A lot of the soldiers asked me for readings after the fighting ended. And, try as I might, I can't see a fate for any of us. Tyrnok. You don't expect me to think that Gadflow's god was real, do you? No. No, impossible. Whatever happened down there, though, it changed everything. At least for now. I've been a lot of things in my life. A hero and a heartbreaker. A fate weaver and a failure. All at the cruel hands of fate. Until you came along, I never had a choice in what I was. Thank you for that. First she works with us, then she betrays us, then she saves your life. I admit I don't know what to make of that woman, but I feel like we owe her. Not that I'd know how to find her, or pay her back for that matter. I've heard legends about it, but supposedly it's a deep cave beneath Bale. Either for the Winter King's meditation, or where they emerge after they die. Last I saw him, Sidon was mourning at the House of Sorrows. I can't imagine what his people are going through. If you see him, give him my regards. The Winter Fae were a decent people. They didn't deserve what Gadflow did to them. Well, ever since you came back from Alabastra, I cannot read a place in the Weave for anyone. Whatever you did, it didn't just win the war. It's given us all a chance to make our own destinies. Whatever you did to him, Gadflow is truly dead and gone. Sidon says he won't be reborn, although I don't know how he can be so sure. You've all but ended the war, and you've surely changed its destiny. Every mortal in the Phalanx owes you thanks. Sure, there are still Tuatha left here and there, but they've got no leader, and they don't pose half the threat they used to. There are still plenty of Tuatha, but without Gadflow to give them the word of Tyrnok, they've gone mad. So the gnarled madman didn't make it out of Alabastra? I can't say I'm choked up over the laws.
Good morning, ma'am. Good to see you up and out of your quarters. This here is the lower hall of the Oberkant. The Council has granted this rare honor in light of all you've done for us, for all of Alpha kind. They have also allowed me to offer you access to the Reserve Armory, if you would care to have a look. Ah, yes, it was she who brought you here, you know. Stood by your bed for almost a day, then left suddenly on urgent business. But that has always been her way. I can't show you the upper halls or the council chambers, I'm afraid. But you are welcome here in the lower hall, and it is my special pleasure to offer you access to the Reserve Armory. The quarters you slept in where you recovered were once assigned to the late General Talera. They are yours now, should you ever wish to use them. Rare weapons and so forth, procured for Rathir's leaders and defenders. They must still be paid for, I'm afraid. But please, have a look for yourself. I do hope your stay has been restorative.
There was cheering in the streets when the news came through. You should have seen.
Co i ve svém vlastním baráku mám zavřenou truhlu. To není normální. Ratyr. Takže do Ratyru nás to vrátilo.
I don't believe my eyes.
Champion of Melsenshire, how may I help you? I am the Elund, Morphan Karth, and the voice of the Oberkant. Within this city, my word is law. You risked everything for our sister city. It was foolish, irresponsible, and exactly what was needed. Thank you. Many of the refugees have been at Rathir for so long that it is the only home they truly have. But with Melsenshire liberated, some of them can finally return home. Go with us, it is best.
Quest. Prvně uděláme tady tenhle. otravní. To je docela malé, tahle oblast celá. Co jsme chtěli? Kolosové. To je hodně fialových předmětů.
Ah, what a horrid little thing you are. Are you some kind of Jotun runt? Explain yourself quickly. The last thing I want is to give away my position. They gorge themselves daily. They fight at the slightest provocation. They pride themselves on their odor. Are these truly the menace to our society? I have seen him rip a spear from his belly without so much as a grunt. We thought he might just not feel pain, but I know his secret. I am a scout for the Idylla Guard. There are many dangers that lurk in the corners of this land. My job is to root them out. She is a competent warrior and good leader, but she's served the city almost non-stop since she became the captain of the guard. Every day she seems more strained than the day before. How long can she continue serving the city? That much I was aware of, and I knew Sakandra would send someone. But you? A sign of the times, to be sure, but if you're to do the deed, then I have information that you will need. No doubt. For surely one as small as you must be a great warrior. Very well. But at the least heed me. Primal magic will be of use to you here, I swear it. Strange thing, aren't you? Primal magic is a magic imbued upon weapons and gems. Only armament can channel it. The magic does some damage on its own, but its true strength is its ability to augment other magics you cast on your foe to a devastating degree. Take this weapon, use it to inflict primal magic on a foe, and let loose your spells. Even a Jotun warlord could not withstand such an onslaught. It is an older form of magic, one that does little damage on its own, but can wreak havoc when combined with elemental spells. Using weapons infused with primal magic, you can increase your foe's magical sensitivity. Even a troll's hide will have its resistances sapped. Imagine loosing your most damaging spells with no resistances. Few would survive such an onslaught. Be careful.
Tak. Myslím, že tady to ukládám. A jdeme na Harryho Pottera.